ప్రస్తుతం రాష్ట్ర వాణిజ్య ఎగుమతులను రెట్టింపు చేయడమే లక్ష్యంగా వాణిజ్య ఉత్సవ్ 2021ని సీఎం జగన్ ప్రారంభించారు. ఇప్పుడు లైవ్ చూద్దాం.
Stakeholders, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you here. In fact, this is the beginning of Vanijya Utsavam, Trade Carnival. 2 days of this event will be conducted here, and then another 4 days in the various districts as well. So this whole week is supposed to bring trade closer to the government, and also that government also moves closer to the trade. This whole week is supposed to bring that objective. Commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, that is the 75th year of the nation's independence, we commence this Vanijya Utsavam. In fact, if one were to look at the past 2 years that have passed, in fact, we would come across overwhelming challenges which have been imposed by legacy issues, a year of economic downturn, and another year of outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic. In fact, during the course of these 2 years, it was probably the first time during the last 2 decades wherein the country has seen a contraction of 3.38% in gross tax revenue collections. In fact, the country's gross tax revenue collections declined from 20,80,465 crores during the period 2018-19 to 20,10,059 crores during the year 2019-20. In fact, these were challenging times. The country's GDP growth in constant terms was 6.3% during the year 2018-19, dropped to 4% during the year 2019-20, further dropped to minus 7.3% during the year 2021. In fact, India's exports have also shrunk by in fact 11.6%, from $330 billion to $292 billion over the last 2 financial years. In fact, this was the plight of the country during the course of these last 2 years. Yet, in these difficult times, Andhra Pradesh exports have grown by 19.4%. From $14.1 billion to $16.8 billion. In fact, through a combination of various products, marine products contributed 15%, ship and boat building structures have contributed 8.5%, pharma contributed 7.3%, iron and steel contributed 7.3%, and non-basmati rice as well contributed 4.8%. All this culminating into a jump of 19.4%, leading to an improvement in the state's contribution to exports from the 9th position that we were in 2018-19 to 7th position in 2019-20 and to the 4th position now in 2020-21. And while our GSDP were also to be compared to the national parameters, then while our GSDP contraction in our GSDP was only 2.58% in the COVID year 2020-21 when compared to the country's contraction of 7.3% in terms of GDP at constant prices for the year 2020-21. In fact, why I've been wanting to stress on these parameters is the performance stands testimony to our belief that right infrastructure and enabling policies, these two are very, very important. In fact, they become the cornerstones for industrial development, in growth, and augmentation of exports. In fact, in these last 2 years, we have moved a long way. In the last 2 years alone, 16,311 MSMEs were established with an investment of 5,204 crores, generating employment opportunities for more than 113,777 people. During the course of these last 2 years, apart from this, 68 large and mega industries have been facilitated to commence production, bringing in investment of rupees 30,175 crores and generating an employment opportunities for 46,119 people. Apart from this, 62 large and mega projects are under active implementation with a total investment of 36,384 crores with an employment potential of 76,916 people. In the last 1 year alone, we have approved 10 mega projects with an investment intent of 26,391 crores with an employment potential of 55,024 crores. With an employment potential of 55,024 people. Our state is the only state in the country to go in for development of 3 industrial corridors. Visakhapatnam to Chennai Industrial Corridor, Chennai to Bangalore Industrial Corridor, and Hyderabad to Bangalore Industrial Corridor. These 3 corridors will facilitate accelerated development across the state. It will push economic growth, industrialization in a big way. The state government is also developing a mega industrial hub in Kopparthi. In fact, in my own district, Kadapa, YSR Kadapa district. The reason why I say it is my own district is because I am tagging my name to it. So there would be results. With an extent of 3,155 acres, the hub will act as a multi-product mega industrial park. with best-in-class infrastructure facilities like power, water, CETPs, STPs, and is likely to bring in an investment of 25,000 crores with the potential to generate employment opportunities for more than 1 lakh of people. In the same facility, Koparthi, we are also developing an electronic manufacturing cluster, EMC, in another 800 acres with an investment of around about 730 crores. This electronic manufacturing cluster will attract an anticipated investment of 10,000 crores with the potential to create large-scale employment to about 25,000 people there. Keeping in mind the surging global and domestic demand for steel also in mind, we are also going ahead with a 3 million ton per annum greenfield steel plant in Kadapa district as well, with an outlay of 13,500 crores. We are of the firm view that for sustainable industrial development, availability of gas as an energy source is of vital importance. Therefore, in partnership with GAIL, we are developing a gas distribution network to secure availability of gas for both industrial and domestic purposes. This would go a long way in not only bringing down the carbon footprint, but also making energy source available at in a cheaper way. Going further, to reduce the skill gap, we are establishing 26 world-class skill colleges, one in every parliament constituency, with one skill university as well in Tirupati and one more skill university in Visakhapatnam. This will cater to the needs of both IT-related courses as well as manufacturing-related courses. This will reduce the skill gap as these skill colleges will provide for polishing the skills. This will actually help in polishing the skills of those people who have already graduated, who already have a degree. Those degrees would be polished towards job orientation. In fact, Andhra Pradesh currently contributes to 5.8% of national exports, and we aspire to double this capacity to 10% by the year 2030. This is the dream with which we are moving ahead. And to attain this goal, we have formulated a comprehensive roadmap. Given the 974-kilometer coastline of the state of Andhra Pradesh, which has the potential to demonstrate substantial growth in exports, the state government is going ahead with the development of 3 more ports in the government sector. One of the ports is going to be coming up in Bhavanpadu in Srikakulam district, another in Ramayapatnam, bordering Prakasam and Nellore, and another in Machilipatnam in this Krishna district as well. Given the proximity of these 3 ports to the neighboring states, the Machilipatnam port is the closest to Telangana, Ramayapatnam is the closest to Tamil Nadu, Bhavanpadu is the closest state to the entire north. So given the proximity of these ports to the neighboring states, These ports would also contribute significantly to India's foreign trade growth and promote port-led industrialization in a very, very big way. The current port capacity in the state of Andhra Pradesh is 254 million tons per annum, and with the development of these 3 new ports, the capacity would be increased by another 65 million tons per annum in the first phase. To capture the benefits of value addition, because value addition also helps in exports. So to capture the benefits of value addition, the state government is setting up 25 secondary food processing units in each of the parliamentary constituencies. This would not only help the farmers in supporting their prices, but would also lead to a value addition which would increase our exports. This has the potential to create an employment directly to 30,000 people and an indirect employment of another 50,000 people. We are also developing 8 new fishing harbors. In fact, before this concept was thought about, we had a situation where our fishermen were going all the way to Gujarat. In fact, why is it that we have such a big coastline and yet our fishermen do not have the harbors here in Andhra Pradesh? So we wanted to change that, and so we are developing 8 new fishing harbors in 2 phases with an outlay of 3,827 crores of investment. These facilities will directly benefit 76,230 fishermen and will generate additional employment opportunities for another 35,000 individuals, and will create a whole lot of allied sector opportunities, be it the ice plants, the cold storages, the pre-processing, fish transport, and marketing. This would also help to better these products. More processing would help in more exports. I wish to conclude by conveying my deepest sense of appreciation for the commitment shown by the manufacturers, shown by the exporters, councils, and workforce alike in staying resilient during these tough times what have passed. Now this year, hopefully the economy is buoyant, and we'd see more positive results. I also congratulate each of the stakeholders for coming together in this Vanijya Utsavam, a crucial step in the right direction to explore wider avenues and collaborations organized together with the support of the central government. And I'm sure that this initiative today will boost confidence in the entrepreneurs, will encourage more number of people to come to Andhra Pradesh, to grow with Andhra Pradesh, as our Chief Secretary some time back did say. So I wish you all a very warm welcome, and any support that you require of us, we're all available. In fact, we have a very proactive minister as well, who's just spoken some time back. He's one of the very few ministers who's very, very proactive when it comes to trade. So hopefully, all these initiatives would go a long way, and anything that we can do, you may suggest, and we will ensure that we will do the best to incorporate those suggestions so as to make it more friendly. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our Honorable Chief Minister. growth of exports by 19.4%, development of 3 industrial corridors, EMCs, proactive government and its policies, generation of employment, skilled education. There is so much that all of us can look forward to and participate in and with this government to make Andhra Pradesh a truly rising economic force. Thank you once again, sir. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment where we honor and felicitate our industry champions and export champions.